Hi everybody, it's Spring with Soaps and Suds and such, and what I'm doing today is I'm going to be planting some herbs. Some of these came from the seed library, some of them didn't. Now, these right here that I've got set out here, this one here is Bee Balm Spotted Horse Mint. Now that one, I've done sowed some outside, but my daughter's wanting some. Excuse me, for at her house, and she doesn't have her bed ready yet, so I figured I'd just sow some in these little cups and then transplant them over into a bigger pot if they come up. This is the Bee Balm Panorama Mix, and then this one is Wild Bergamot. Now these, you can make teas, different things you can do with them, like some of the bee balms, I'll use the flowers to garnish a salad or such. But we're going to get with it. And I'm just going to use a little bit of this seed because I have got another spot that I'm wanting to plant some. I planted some in my wildflower bed, and now I'm wanting to plant some in another little spot. Let me see if I can get some out. See if you can see. Don't need a whole lot. Okay, see the seed? And then I'll fold those back, close those back up because I don't want to lose them. And let me move this forward. These, I'm just going to simply just put them on top. Yeah, she was going to buy some of the plants, and they are just pretty high. It was like $8 for a gallon pot with some of the, I think it was the red or the pink one, bee balm in it. And I said, well, just let me just do you some because I've got the seed here, and as long as it comes up, I mean, I've got the plant too, but mine isn't that big yet. My grandmother used to grow all colors of it. Okay, some of that one. That one is the Panorama. Fold it back up. Because there again, I don't want to lose any because I've got another spot I want to plant some. Bring this forward so you can see. And all I'm doing is sprinkling these on here. On top. I'll actually be putting these out on the porch area. And I'm not going to put any dirt over those. I'm just going to sprinkle them with water. This is the Wild Bergamot. It's actually inside of another little plastic bag here. See if I can get some of it to come. I don't want to get a whole lot of it. Okay, that looks like a plenty. Get that to go back down in there. Now I'll do it in a minute. And go ahead and sew these in here. Now I'm just spreading them out. Okay. Now I'm going to water those down, and I'll bring you right back. Okay, and what I'm using as pots is just simple cups, little cheap cups, and I did burn holes in the bottom. You could drill holes in them or whatever, but they work. So now we've got basil, and it says it's Dulce Vita. Okay, I'm just going to do 2 little cups of this. I'll probably put some in the ground also. Get it open. They've taped it. Okay. And stapled the thing shut. Okay. Pour a little bit of seed here. See the seed? I'm just going to move these forward so you can see what I'm doing. Little tiny seeds. And I have enough left to sow directly into my flower bed. Or, well, I put herbs here and there and everywhere in with the flowers, so. Okay, there we go. Put this aside. I am going to put just a tap of potting mix over top of this, not much, just a little bit. And then I'm going to water those. I'll bring you back. Okay, now we've got some cilantro, and this is from the seed library. That last basil was from the seed library. It says cilantro, coriander, long-standing. We use that for cooking. So make sure you see what I'm doing. And I've got enough of that to go in the garden too. Okay, see the little balls there? Okay, now I'm going to put just a little, sprinkle some dirt over top of those seeds, and then I'll water them in. And we'll do a follow-up video just to see what comes up and everything. Now most of these will be for my daughter. Okay, got those. Now I'm going to water them in and I'll bring you back. Okay, we got nothing from the seed library. This is basil, and it says sweet thyme. So we're going to plant some of that. They're little tiny seeds. I want to leave just a tad in there to put in the garden. And I'm just simply sprinkling them on top. Of each one. Okay. And those, I'll put just a tad bit of dirt on top. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. Not much at all. Now water, bring you back. Okay, another one from the seed library. This is basil. It's Italian Genovese. If I can get it open. It's taped. Whoops. Save a little bit for the garden. See if I got any in there. Yep. Okay, plant these. I'm just sprinkling them. They're little hard seeds. Okay, I'll put this little bit back into the packet. Make sure I got enough for the garden. Okay, and these I'm going to just put just a tad bit of dirt over them. Not much. My pot mix. I love you, baby. Okay, and now I'm going to water those and I'll bring you back. Okay, what we have here. We've got some fennel. This is Florence Perfection. And I know fennel gets really big, so it won't stay in these little cups, but I can hopefully get it to come up in these little cups. And then she can plant hers where she wants to. Let's see the seed. And there's what it looks like. I'm not going to put all that in here, just some of it. About 1, 2, 1, 2. That's all I'm going to put of that in there. And then I'm going to put the rest back into my little packet here. That's for sowing outdoors. Another wonderful herb. Put a little bit of dirt on top. Not much, just enough to cover the seeds. Button that down. I'll water that and that'll be ready. Okay, now that I've got room, I can set those aside and water them later. Okay, now we're going to do some borage. Now this didn't come from the seed library, as you can see. Okay, but the fennel did, and many of the other ones. The borage, get out some of the seed here. You can see that. I'm just going to put some in here. This is a wonderful, wonderful little plant, wonderful herb. One of these I'm planting for my mom, one for my daughter. And
depends on how many come up.
Yes, if it comes up. I'm going to sow some directly in my gardens. Yep. This is one that the honeybees love. And it's, you know, like I said, it's a good medicinal one too. The flowers can be used. I actually used to put the flowers into, like you can make those little, using cucumbers and I can't remember what they call it, but to make your water, flavor your water, and you can use those little flowers. Okay, and that's all I'm going to do to that except for water it. I'm going to water it and we'll see if this comes up. Okay, next. This is for me. And this is hyssop. One I've growed before in the past. But this came from the seed library. And my son's trying to get it to focus in on it. But if you'll look on the ends, well, right here it says true hyssop. So this is one that I'll use medicinally for different things. And let's see what our seeds look like. Get some of them to pour out here.
Black dots.
Yep. And these, if I can get that last seed out. Let's see if you got it. Yep, he got it. Okay, these I'm sowing all of them in here. Into these 2 cups, and like I said, they're for myself. I could have direct sowed them into the garden, but I want to put them where I want, and I don't want to have to worry about birds or anything getting them up before they germinate.
Yep.
So I'm going to put just a little bit of pot mix on them, not a whole lot because they are tiny little seeds. So I'm just sprinkling a little bit and then I'll water those down. And I'll put them out to germinate. Okay, next, and that one there is empty, so it needs to go in our packs. We have rue. This is another one for me. And maybe we can show you the paper.
Rue.
Yep, Rue. Okay, and you can sow it straight into the garden. I'm sowing according to how many seeds is in here. If I've got enough, I may sow some straight into the garden. But I'm going to sow some in here, in these little cups too. Yep, looks like I got enough to sow straight into the garden and in the cups. Okay, so here's what I've got. I'm just going to sprinkle them out into the cups. Like so. Spreading them out. Okay. Little bit of pot mix on top. Not a whole lot. Just a thin layer. Avoiding the big stuff such as this. Pat it down a little bit. They're ready to be watered. That's one I'll use medicinally. Okay, now what we have is tarragon, and this is the Mexican variety. If I'm not mistaken, tarragon comes in many or several varieties, but this is the Mexican. You can see it. Is it showing it? Okay. Now, whoops, I'm about to lose some of our seed here. And I will be sowing all of these if I can get them out, that is. You can see those little seeds, hopefully. I'm just spreading them out in the pots. Now these, my daughter wants some of this plant for cooking purposes, of course. I'll keep some, and my mother may also want some. And actually I've got enough here. I'm just going to put some of these back and sow them into the garden. Don't want to overdo the cups. Okay. Put a little bit of soil on top. Just enough to cover them. And I'm going to get ready and water these. Water all the rest of these that I didn't water. And if you like our videos, do click subscribe. Give us a thumbs up maybe, and share our videos if you want to. And happy gardening, happy potting, soaping, whatever you may be doing, 3D printing, just whatever. Thanks for watching.